Once I've drunk that fresh urine, yeah, what will then happen is I will move on to the aged urine. With the aged urine, I'm going to take about, you can't see this, but you'll see it and I do the next video, because what this is here is not just your aged urine. You can see all these elements in it. This is a chemical. This is an interaction between aged urine, molecular hydrogen, and the plasma of carbon and hydrogen, creating this super thing. When I have this, it resets everything straight away. It increases my level of learning capacity to do every single thing beyond belief. It's giving me superhuman care. I can do anything I want to do. Anything with this with my mixture here, right? Yeah, it's a charging mechanism because I'm charging the electromagnetic mountain, because this is the peak of all things. This is where the magnetism is at. This is where all the magnetite is. Yeah, nothing is moving without magnetism. They just didn't tell you this. And this is the center point. This is the center point of all things to make that happen. This is where the fire, inspirational fires reside. Yeah, I said this earlier. Mars and the sun is imagination, and inspirational fires. Yeah, so what happens then is then I'm going to drink normal aged urine, yeah, which is carrying the ridiculous electric charge of 9 pH. So everything I speak about in the urine has now been magnified because of the process of magnetism. Yeah, so this now has a much stronger field now, So you see, when I drink this through the nose, yeah, which is the next things I'm going to start teaching here is how to interact your magnetism with the environment around you. Because when you create a stronger field strength, what happens is you're able to pull the amino acids in. I'll show you the amino acids. I collect them. They're oily. They're in the air. So the taurine in your eyes, yeah, and it interacts with the amino acids in the air. Yeah, and that is how when you look at certain things, within nature, and they make you feel good, because it's the amino acid, the interaction between them. Yeah, and also is the 3 colour light cones that we see. Yeah, the animal doesn't have these 3 colour light cones because the animal is not searching for fruits and plasma to consume, but you are. Right, there's the difference right there. Yeah, that's a big difference. So then what happens is I'm then going to take this and charge it to the brain. After I've drunk the aged urine and charged that, I take this aged urine and put it here, all the way down, right down to the coccyx. Yeah, because it's interacting with you're creating a 3-way tethering system. Anytime when you put this electromagnetism, these gases and plasmas to your skin, they start interacting with the amino acids in the air. That creates another layer of communication. Yeah. When you take this in through the nose, you create this interaction here. There's a magnetic field that resides here like this. Vroom, vroom, vroom. It's like a cross here. I can show it here. And this is the strongest magnetic field. When you take this in here, they're not pretending, it's like it's connected to the eyes. Here, these 2 nostrils, yeah? These 2 nostrils, right? They're like a force. Yeah? When you take that, what happens is, when you use this to it creates a 3-way tethering system that lets you breathe more than you could do previously. Yeah? Through the aged urine. But when you remember, I'm using molecular hydrogen here as a chemical interaction that's taking place. What happens is I'm now able to pull in the ganses. The plasma doesn't come to you, the light doesn't come to you, it sits there like gods, yeah, and then it perturbates its energy outwards at you, if providing that you have the correct level of energy in order for them to recognize you. Right, so what happens is when I do this here, I can I'm pulling in ether. Yeah, not air, not oxygen, not your oxygen. I'm able to pull in, see, I can feel it now, right? A superior form of energy is incoming through the nose here. Incoming through the nose, yeah? And then there's the connection between the 7. You see here, it's connection with the heart. You see, 96, and with the 12 here, which is the 3 here. The connection between them here, yeah. That charge implosion I was just telling you about earlier. But you have to create the longitudinal, yeah, plasmatic magnetism state within you, which is gases, just pure gases. It is pure plasma suns. They're in you. They're highly communicative. The CO2, C3, communication by all three-way communication. Yeah, that trinity, that 3 gives us clear communication. Yeah, that alone, yeah, interacts with your nervous system on a far superior level, stopping you from needing to eat, because eating is a form of imperfection. And perfection, once you reach in states of perfection, you no longer require the need to eat food. Yeah, and this is where we are at now. See, this is what is happening, right? So so then what I do then, and this is, I've still not eaten anything. If I do this at 4 or 5 o'clock, it's even better. It's phenomenal. If I do it later, like the longer you wait, the more power that you will receive. So as soon as I then drink the 300 ml age during, I then intake the Adria into the nose, and then I'm using this mechanism here to put it all the way down here. This stuff here, if I put my head out the window whilst I was driving, I'm always putting it here. And what it's doing is it's constantly clearing and taking away the fog. You don't know there's a fog here until you're able to start eliminating it. There's a thick freeze that's here. Even the thought of it it's horrible. What they do, what it does, this place. The calcification is a different level. Different level. These things remove it for you. We remove it with high levels of energy, right? So then what I do then is then I'm going to start to sniff this, drink this straight up the nose. It's going to come back down, yeah. And then I'm going on to what I'm then do then is I now have the level of magnetism plasma within me. I'm moving towards the magnetodielectricity. All it's requiring is that I action the breathing. And then I leave and go on to the astral. Yeah? What I then do then is come back down, and then I add the hydrogen, and then I add the hydrogen to the plasma, the normal hydrogen. And then I add the CH3 to that. And then I take that to the brain, and then I drink that. Yeah? And then it's only after that then I start employing my alchemical mixture of the antioxidants with the berries and the monofruits, yeah, and the sprouted flax, yeah, and the hemp, yeah. Then it's only then I will use that. Nothing else. Now I'm in a perfect state. But the power, and before all of that, I'm drinking. What I'm doing is this. Before all of that, yeah, before any of that happens, I'm going to drink about 300 ml of this plasma here. Yeah, you see these here. This is her essence, and they are alive. Let me tell you. I'm going to do another video. We're not going to do too much of plasma today. This is the last one I created. Look, there's lots of it. It loves you. When you drink this, I'm being told, now I've just brought this in here, it's going straight through my heart. And my fiance will tell you the same. My partner will tell you the same. When you hold this near you, it goes straight to your heart. It changes you. Imagine I was already like this. Imagine what it's done to me now. It changes who you are. And it makes you a more loving being, because it puts you back to the cause of all things. It puts you back to the pulse. That pulse is unconditional love. An electric wave cannot alter that at all. No, it can't. I promise you. It doesn't work like the way they're telling you it works. The people who are telling you, yeah, the people who are telling you are not dealing with the depths of gnosis that is being dealt with by this self. They are not using the natural science, and they're not using the metaphysics and the true sciences that I'm using here in order to know these things. How do I tell you how that is? How I know that? Because they created this. Look at this here. I'm going to show you in a minute, I now have a hydrogen machine. A lot of you will know about the hydrofix. I seen it and I got it straight away, instantly. Yeah, even though my hydrogen is good. Yeah, I got it instantly. Why have I got it instantly? Because you are to continually keep charging voltage. The soul requires voltage. My light body is a far superior energetic being. Its energy is far superior to this place. If it was to come here, it would blind people. You wouldn't be able to see it. It couldn't come here because it can't come on this bandwidth like that. But it can still, because all is one. That's why we are here. You see this here? Remember, I've been saying all this time. I've been saying all this time about charging electromagnetic mountain straight to the 96, 97. Haven't I? I've been saying it all the time. And I've been trying to say what it's done to me. What it's done for me. Right? What is happening to this self. It is upgrading my being. Yeah? When I go to places like my martial arts, sometimes it is almost embarrassing because there are my partner will tell you the same. There are 18 and 19-year-olds. They can't do what I'm able to do there. And the people in there, they find me a threat sometimes because they can't believe that as a human being who is 40 years of age, that he's doing what I am doing in there. I have to humble myself, and because I don't like to be, I don't like to be seen as the best and all. I don't want to be like that. I want to fit in with everybody. That's not me trying to say, oh, I'm this perfect being, because I'm not. Listen, you're a demon. I'm shit. We're shit. Yeah? We have it in us. Yeah? But in the center point, once we recognize that shitness, and once we recognize that greatness, then we can balance in the middle and harmonize the both of them together and know when we are being shit. Know when the shadow is in command of one's self. Yeah? So, you see, this mechanism here that they've created is to take the hydrogen, yeah, straight up your nose, straight into your brain. Because the place where the oxidative stress takes place is here, which is where the ROS, that is where the issues happen. Yeah? That is what is going on. And so they created this hydrogen here, yeah? So it goes straight up to the brain. But obviously, like I was just saying, the soul was already teaching me this. And the soul is what's showing this to others now about hydrogen. And because hydrogen is so far behind, because the hydrogen is so far behind with what's known here, people are looking at this wave effect, etc., and going, oh my God, but their knowledge of the superior element is lacking. So you're not understanding that something like hydrogen is already a cold element. So my partner, when she drank the hydrogen last night, the hydrogen gas, straight gas, 20,000 ppms, different level, straight gas, right? Instantly she went cold because it's a cold energy. The plasma is cold. The CO2 that the plants are using, pulling in, CO2 plasma, it's cold energy. The RF radiation is heat, it's hot. You see? You see what this is what I'm saying? Yeah? We're working with the total opposite. So what's happening is, while this is going on, I promise you, this is how it's going to be. Yeah? You're going to be in a different reality to that. It is not for you as the soul. It's not for you. Do the work. Do the diligence. Diligence is in your root. Do that diligence. Yeah. And you will rise up out of your root, which is death. Yeah. That is the base of it as it is. So now I'm just going to quickly go onto the slides. Yeah. We go from there. So we'll see you in a second.